Hello, it's Andrew from andrewsjapanesecars.com. You joined me from the passenger seat of a Nissan Cubic today. I'd like to tell you about a really simple solution to help you get going with the audio in a car that's recently been imported from Japan. The problem I'm going to talk about in particular here is the FM frequency range. So Japan has a different FM frequency range to the UK, and that means that the only point of crossover is the frequency that Radio 2 is broadcast on. So as your car arrives from Japan, as it is in the state when it arrives, you'll only be able to listen to Radio 2, which may be a very happy situation for you, or may be deeply unpleasant depending on your perspective. Anyway, that aside, I'd like to tell you today about a solution in the form of the MPow Streambot Z. This is a Bluetooth FM transmitter. So what it does is connects by Bluetooth to your smartphone, and then you can use your smartphone to either tune into your favourite radio station or to play music. It'll transmit it by Bluetooth to this little device, which will then in turn broadcast on FM on a frequency that you can choose and that your radio can tune into. So I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you this in action. Okay, so I'll start by demonstrating the problem to you. The radio's turned on, as you can see. It's on FM. We start tuning. We've got Radio 2 there. Then it goes back to 77 to start. We haven't got any frequencies that low. And then it's not finding anything. Back to Radio 2. And another Radio 2 at 89. And you'll see it doesn't go above the late 80s in terms of frequency range, and you probably know a lot of our radio frequencies are in the 90s and some in the low hundreds as well. So that's the problem. I'll just turn this right down. So I've got the device plugged into the cigarette lighter socket now. Just point out the controls really. This is a button on the top here. That's for answering calls and also for hanging up calls. This turns and that adjusts the volume. You'll see the display there showing the volume there. Got this blue light here. When it's solid, that means it's paired with a Bluetooth device, and when it's flashing, that means it's ready for pairing. We've got the display. That's the frequency that it's broadcasting at, and you can change that with this ring here. So adjusting that adjusts the frequency that it's broadcasting at. Then it's got buttons here for moving on to the next track or previous track if your Bluetooth interface allows that. You'll see it's also got a charging port there, USB port, and the angle of this whole unit can be adjusted depending on the orientation of the car's cigarette lighter socket. So you'll see I've got that tuned to 88.9, so it's broadcasting on FM 88.9. The radio is also tuned into 88.9, and there's nothing coming out at the moment. But what I'll do now is go to my phone using an app called TuneIn Radio, and just tuning it in now to Radio 4. And so the phone is broadcasting via Bluetooth the signal from that to the Streambot, and then the Streambot is broadcasting it by FM to the stereo. So I'll just turn the stereo up a little bit.
If she saw those videos from Paris, of course she did.
And you can probably hear now we've got Radio 4 being broadcast there. Turn the stereo off again so you can hear me. So obviously you can use an app like TuneIn Radio to listen to any radio station you want, really, including all the DAB radio stations and a whole range of other internet radio stations. You can also use it for podcasts and for Spotify, that type of thing. So hopefully you'll agree this is a really nice, simple solution to help you listen to whatever you want to listen to in your car imported from Japan. I know a lot of people like to change the whole head unit, go for an all singing all dancing Android one with DVD playing and navigation and all sorts of stuff, and that's absolutely fine. But what this does is gives you an opportunity to just get going and listen to what you want straight away with whatever stereo the car's got. Some doesn't apply to this car, but some cars have got the front blind spot cameras and reversing cameras integrated into the head unit, and so it's sometimes quite a faff to change those over. But this means that you can get going straight away, as I say, with listening to whatever you want. Also acts as a basic Bluetooth hands-free kit, so that's really helpful. I actually include one of these in all the cars that I sell, so that whoever buys the cars can isn't stuck with the Radio 2, enjoyable though it is, I'm sure. So that's it. I hope that's told you a little bit more about this MPow Streambot Z. Really useful device. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks for watching.